have officially hit 5,000 subscribers. This is insane. This is crazy. I really didn't think that I would ever really get here. I've been a YouTuber for so long, and my gosh, this is nuts. What is good, YouTube? My name is Tyler Rossman. We have officially hit 5,000 subscribers, and I am still in disbelief. I'm still in shock. First and foremost, just want to say thank you so very much for all of you penny boarders who decided to join this community and subscribe and be a part of it. It does mean a lot. It's just very exciting. And I just want to really express great amount of appreciation for you. And so I could go on and on and on. With that being said, here is the Penny Board Tyler 5,000 subscriber Q&A. How did that first crash even happen? The board just decided to go the other way. I was riding my penny board holding a 12-pound medicine ball and I don't really know what happened in that. My presumption from seeing the clip over and over again is that I was leaning a little bit more on my right foot, meaning the board was kind of going that way, and then my back foot let up. But then all of a sudden the first one just kind of shot right. I don't know. It was a little weird. One thing I would love to get more info on is how to do a running start with a penny board. But specifically to penny boarding, is it harder with a smaller board? So basically, I do a running start on my penny board all the time. It's actually my preferred method. I actually enjoy doing this jump step method that I kind of weirdly coined because I just think it's the easiest way to generate more momentum, and I think it's more fun. The main difficulty with getting momentum by jumping on your penny board at 22-inch is that the surface area is smaller. So if you're a little beginner, it's gonna be a little bit more challenging. But if you're more moderate, intermediate, or advanced, it should be something that you could easily pick up. I would start on a flat surface. Basically, you want the board to start rolling a little bit. So push it with your foot a little bit to get some momentum on the board. So when you jump on it, it's already rolling. It's not from a dead stop. Do I have to pay to bring my penny board on an airplane? So I've traveled a bunch on airplanes. I've traveled internationally, and I brought my penny board along all these adventures. I have never had to pay to bring my penny board on, and it's pretty easy to get it on an airplane, especially the 22-inch. It's stupid easy. You can do the 27-inch. You could do the other ones as well. The 36-inch might be a little tough. I have brought in the surf skate on an airplane before, but pretty much what I would recommend is if you are going international, or if you are an international viewer, I would recommend looking up the security policies for equipment bringing it on a airplane. Specifically speaking, when I was in an airport in Mexico, they deemed my penny board a weapon, and so they actually confiscated it. Mr. Tyler, I have a question. I recently got a penny board. It wasn't mine. I got it used. I'm taking care of it because I fell in love with it. Great. But I saw that the wheels stop in a very short amount of time while other people's boards continue to roll much longer. Kind of what do I do? Basically, main reasons predominantly if your wheels are not spinning is because you're either too tight to the board, so you don't want to unscrew them a little bit, or your bearings are just probably really dirty and you just need to clean them a bit. Why are you sticking with penny boarding? You have to learn some skateboarding, bruh. If you only penny board videos, you will only get penny boarding people, which is way less than what you get if you make skateboarding videos. So, will you? I actually have skateboarded, traditional skateboard, and that actually was what I was first obsessed with in 2020 during the pandemic when I started boarding again, and I started doing a lot of tricks and stuff like that. I was really into traditional skateboarding, but as time kind of moved on, I started getting a little bit less interested in the aspect of getting tricks and more interested in just the general aspect of cruising, which is why I really have just kind of fallen in love with penny boarding, because I travel a lot. I love traveling. I love getting around, and I just love cruising more than I love learning tricks. And so that's kind of why I stick more with penny boarding rather than traditional skateboarding. I still have ridden a traditional skateboard. I can do some basic tricks again. I still know stuff. I can do an ollie, things like that, but I don't really care to do any sort of advanced tricks at this point, at least. Your boards look super flexy. How much do you weigh? So I get this question asked weirdly a ton, and it's probably one of the #1 questions I've been asked, but I'm roughly around 170 pounds. What is a penny board? A penny board refers to a 22-inch plastic skateboard. This is a very fundamental question, but I do know that some people have no idea. Penny Skateboards is a company that kind of coined the term penny, but penny boards, they're just generic plastic skateboards, have been around for decades, usually around the 70s or so, and other companies do make them. There are a bunch of knockoffs or other variations or whatever you want to call them, and there have been making them for a long time. It's just that the skateboarding company, Penny Skateboards from Australia, coined the term penny and nickel and stuff like that. So that's kind of why people think of penny board, because they became more popular with that company. But it is Penny Skateboards, and then penny boards are technically a little bit different. Do you prefer the 22-inch penny board or the 27-inch nickel board? I used to actually prefer the 27-inch because it's just better. It's easier to ride around, but I just have noticed I have been riding the 22-inch predominantly way more, just because, again, of the aspect of travel, like common theme here. But it's also just easier to hold, and it's lighter, it's less bulky, even though the 27-inch is still pretty small. I just find it more convenient to bring around places, or like throw in the car, or like bring on a backpack or my duffel bag or something like that. It's just easier to bring around, which is why I like it. What's your favorite trick or skill you learned, and how long did it take you to master it? I would say my biggest trick or skill in pennyboarding is just the aspect of feeling very comfortable with my board. I know that sounds really dumb and like a cop-out answer, but the more I've ridden, the more you just feel very natural, and it's just kind of like doing anything you normally do, like brushing your teeth. You don't really have to think. And I think that kind of awareness, the kinesthetic awareness of where my body is in positions, speed, just like feeling really comfortable and very in tune with where I'm riding and where my body is in space. I think that's a really cool skill that I've developed that I really do enjoy. It has taken me a number of years. What's the one piece of advice you'd give to a complete beginner? A complete beginner who's never started or never tried it and has like no real experience, I would just say start very slow. And it's just kind of like wading into a pool. I don't want you to just jump into the lake at the deepest end and try to keep your head above water. I want you to ease into it. So progress slowly and realize that everybody around you was once a beginner, including myself. And we all used to struggle, and we all had to get used to it. So don't compare yourself to anybody else, progress slowly, and celebrate small victories. So anytime you do something for the first time, celebrate it. Anytime you feel like you went a little bit farther or had a, aha moment, celebrate that. That's what keeps you motivated, and that's what keeps you going. What's your process for choosing a board or wheels? So this is gonna be shocking to probably everyone. I just see a board, and if I like it, I get it. Wow, how crazy, wow. I haven't bought a board in a very long time. I don't need another board. I've only ever bought wheels once for a video that I was gonna be making about customizing a penny board, and I've literally never even put those wheels on. I still have the parts. I bought them probably like 3 years ago. This is also a pretty good question because it's kind of related to stuff that's been kind of going on the last number of months. What motivates you to keep creating YouTube content? A lot of you guys don't know every aspect of my life besides this channel, and this channel is like insanely tiny, like in grand context of everything in my life. But the reason and what motivates me to keep making it is honestly you guys. I know that sounds weird maybe, but it's true. I mean, I don't have to be making these videos. I have so much other stuff going on. I still coach. I still am doing a bunch of other stuff where there's so many other aspects of my life, again, that I don't really talk about. And so this is just something that I enjoy doing because I get to share it with other people. And again, the biggest example of that is the meetups. This past year, going to New York, last year in Colorado, seeing people in real life and having these experiences, can't replicate that anywhere else. It's very meaningful to me in that regard, and I enjoy growing this with you. What's something we don't know about you? Kind of just alluded to that, but I'm learning French and German. Crazy, I know that's kind of a random thing. I do work out often. I do CrossFit, specifically training for myself, and I do like to compete. I live with my girlfriend in Connecticut. I'm originally from Minnesota. Yeah, I don't know, there's so many other things I could say. What's your ultimate goal for the channel? So what's my ultimate goal with this channel? That's a good question. I'm gonna have to honestly think about that and get back to you, because I feel like I've thought about it, but I haven't really like fleshed it out. And I don't want to just say something like, I just want to get 1 million subscribers. I just feel like that's a cop-out. That's not really a good reason why. But why would I want to? I'll have to get back to you on that one. Okay, last 2 questions I'm going to answer. Number 1, if you could design your dream penny board, what would it look like? If I could design my own penny board, it would literally be my logo on a board. If that was on a board, that would be the dopest thing ever. Last question is, what is your dream collab for your channel? So obviously it would be pretty dope to actually partner officially with Penny Skateboards, the company. I've made a video for them before. They reached out to me a couple of times, but kind of just nothing's ever really, it just kind of seems to like fall through all the time because I just don't hear from them. So obviously it'd be really cool to work with their company.
So I'm editing this video right now, and the person I also forgot to mention is Tony Hawk. I would absolutely be head over heels, just gobsmacked if I got to collab with Tony Hawk. That would be wow.
This was really fun to do, so thank you to everybody that sent me texts or posts on Instagram or comments on YouTube or anything like that. If you have anything else, by all means, let me know. I will continue to do these as we progress in the future. I might do one, you know, in 10,000 subscribers or 50,000 or whatever. I mean, that'd be kind of, I mean, if you even think about that, like, I don't want to get too ahead of myself here, but like, that's pretty dope. So I'm still really content with where we are. And I just want to say again, thank you. As always, my name is Tyler Rossman. Thank you so very much for taking time out of your watch. It really does mean a lot. And I'll catch you on my next adventure. Peace out and happy cruising.